I have been coming to this conference since 1976. First as President of the Pan-Cyprian Association of America, who, by the way, Mr. President, I want you to be proud that the New York Pan-Cyprian Freedoms are champions of the United States in soccer. Subsequently, as President of the Cyprus Federation of America, and since 1989, it has been a privilege and an honor to be serving as President of PSEKA. Since the tragic invasion of Cyprus in 1974, my friends, we have gone from being the victims to the world opinion of being characterized as intransigent, as nationalists, as aggressors, and even to the point as being characterized that we are isolating our compatriots, Turkish Cypriots. Since 1976, I have lived through the 5 presidents of the Republic of Cyprus, and my message in all of my speeches and in all of my interviews have always been the same. Our only offense is public relations. Our only offense is advertising, promotion, and projection of the Cyprus problem. To your credit, Mr. President, during the last 6 months since you have been elected, you have changed those perceptions overseas. But the problem continues. The problem continues because world opinion has chosen to forget the 200,000 refugees. They forget that there is still 43,000 Turkish troops on the island. They have forgotten the destruction of our churches, our cultural and religious heritage. They have forgotten that our homes are being occupied and they are being sold. They have forgotten that there's 100,000 settlers in the island. And they just know that since the rejection of the Annan Plan, that the Greek Cypriots are the ones that are nationalists, the ones that do not want a solution, and the ones that are intransigent. To your credit, Mr. President, you have changed that. And as you embark on the September 3rd negotiations, it is imperative and it is essential to unleash a campaign, a public relations campaign, that will bring back to the basics the fact that the problem of Cyprus is the Turkish invasion and continued occupation of the island. It is essential and imperative that we shape world opinion so we can complement your efforts to reach a solution that is both viable and fair. There is no question that we need a united Cyprus, but no solution can be viable, my friends, unless every Cypriot citizen, whether they're Greeks, Turkish, Armenians, Russians, Serbians, or others, they have equal rights and they are under the democratic principles and the European law. There is no question that we need a solution, but that solution, we have to make sure that we do not compromise the principles and ideals that we believe in. I was born in Gerinia, and I want to go back to Gerinia. I want to live in Gerinia. I want to buy a house. I want to vote, and I want to be elected in Gerinia. There is no federal government anywhere in the world. There is no federal government, whether it's in the United States or in Europe, that prevents its citizens from living where they want, from doing business where they want, from buying or selling their homes, and living under human dignity and democratic principles of Europe, the United States, and the freedom-loving world. We know that the key to the solution is Ankara. And many of you would say, no matter how much money we spend on public relations, and if you remember, I was ridiculed in 1989 when I had the courage to suggest that the Cyprus government should spend $50 and $100 million towards public relations. We have to continue to present our problem back to the basic roots, a problem of an invasion and occupation. There is no question in anyone's mind that we will support our President, Mr. Christofias, towards these negotiations. But it is imperative that we start these public relations. We have started overseas. For the past 34 years, many of us have spent millions of dollars in projecting Cyprus all over the world. We have people in this room like Nikos Mouliaris, Peter Papanikolaou, Andrew Athens, Harris Sofoklidis, who have spent the money. I call on the millionaires of Cyprus, and we have many in Cyprus. I call on the business people of Cyprus. The time has come to undertake a serious campaign of public relations away from the Cyprus government to demand the rights and the democratic principles that all Europeans live under. The Greek Cypriots in any negotiations and in any solution cannot become second-class citizens of the European Union. Mr. President, the only thing I can tell you is we have known you for many years. You're a man of integrity. We admire you, we respect you, and we applaud your efforts. The only thing I have to tell you is that we have promises to keep. Promises to our parents, promises to our grandparents, and promises to our children that we will go back to Garinia and see a united Cyprus. Thank you very much.